Lloyd Tech here of Coverall Auto Restoration. I'm going to show you the Chicago Electric spot welder 240 volt unit in action. This one came from Harbor Freight. They're pretty cheap, so I bought one a few years ago just to see if it would work, and surprisingly they work really well. I'm going to show you the spot weld, and the trick to it is the metal inside and out has to be clean, and then also inside, but I have weld through primer in between, and this will all get rust proofed also later. So the key to this thing is the two tips on your unit must align, as you see there, and I've got about 1/4 of handle pressure on it. The key is when you hit the spot, you tension the handle, you hit the trigger, and I'll wait till I see the glow all the way around the tip, and then I'll give it a good 2 count before I release the trigger. But do not release the handle, like such. There's the glow. Release the trigger. Then take the handle off. That keeps the pressure in there. And as you can see, they're very nice professional type spot welds. I've tested these on some sheet metal to see if I could rip them apart, and surprisingly, they're really good. There's not a lot of areas you can get that unit into, but like here, it's very factory looking and saves a lot of grinding time. Areas like this, in the wheel well opening, I have to do a standard type of spot weld because you just can't get that unit behind there. And there's some areas you want to maybe make sure they're super strong, in which case if you could put a few holes in here and put a few spots in also with your MIG, if you're into that. This is a 68 Camaro convertible that's getting a resto mod sort of restoration. The floor has been replaced with all the brackets. And as you see there, I use more of a standard MIG type spot welds just to make sure. This is going to get a 4-link suspension under it. I want to make sure it's real good and strong. But that, I thought, would be a good look at this tool for you. I call it the Beast because it is stinking heavy. That's why I couldn't take a better video and hold it at the same time. But the key to this unit is these tips. They need to align as close to perfectly as possible. These have done probably 1,000 spot welds, and they're due for a little touch-up. That's a copper tip that you can grind to a point, like about 3/16 is pretty good. See, I've got the handle has some tension. You know, it doesn't have to be a lot, but enough so you can squeeze that steel together and keep it there. The duty cycle seems pretty decent. I can do a spot weld about every 10 seconds, I would say, without it overheating. For a cheap tool, it does a good job. I thought you'd like to check that out. Lloyd Tech of CoverallAutoRestoration.com. You can check this car out as it goes on the website along with the other ones that are being done. Thanks for checking it out.